Hey fam, get ready to level up your life because we're going to talk about 5 steps you can take to succeed at absolutely anything. I'm John, this is a piece of paper that says I believe in you, and welcome back to the channel where we discuss my best tips and tools to help empower you to live your best life and have fun doing it. Over the next few minutes, you're gonna learn the 5 steps for success on practically any topic, which are 1, get into a peak state, 2, find your passion, 3, decide and commit, 4, take massive action, and 5, be smart. These steps were created by the life coach Tony Robbins, and as we go through these, think about something that you want to achieve in your life right now. Maybe it's getting your dream job, or building a body you're proud of, or having enough passive income so you can do whatever you want. And hey, nice job! By watching this video, you're improving your life by working on 3 important categories: your mental health, your productivity, and your career. So stick around to the end to see how many experience points you gained for each. Step 1, get into a peak state. I have a whole video on what a peak state mentality is, and I highly recommend you check it out after this one, and there's a link to that in the description below. But the short version is this: your emotions don't need to control your life. Instead, you have the power to decide which emotional state that you want to be in on a daily basis. A peak state is one that's filled with your best emotions, things like love, playfulness, confidence, and courage. You can train yourself to enter a peak state by standing in a power pose, like putting your hands on your hips, focusing on gratitude and your goals, and then using empowering self-talk. But pretty soon you'll be able to turn this on whenever you want. And there are plenty of studies to back this up, but think about it logically. If you're sad, tired, or just super stressed out, do you think you're gonna act your best? No, which is why if you wanna set yourself up for success, start by putting yourself in a peak state. Step 2, find your passion. After you're in the best state of mind, think about something related to your goal that fills you with passion. If you already know your passion, then congrats, you can skip this step and move on to the next one. If not, then spend a few minutes answering these questions. What excites you about your goal? What are things that you love related to that goal? What are things that you hate? What do you really want to achieve through this goal? And why do you want to achieve this goal? I put these questions in the description below so you can copy and paste them in a Word doc and then type out detailed answers. For each one, I recommend listing out every thought that comes to mind and don't worry about it being perfect. You should set a timer for 3 minutes when answering each question. That way you're gonna push yourself to write answers that just feel right instead of overthinking. Hopefully, after answering each of these questions, you'll see a theme or something that's gonna stand out as your main passion or reason for wanting this goal. Now, I know finding your passion in life generally can be really difficult and take a lot of time, so I'm planning to make a video actually on specific tips for this topic. But let me know if you'd like to see that by commenting below. All right, step 3, decide and commit. After you find your passion, make a clear decision on what you want to do. It doesn't have to be the perfect decision, but as long as you make a choice and commit to it, you're moving in the right direction. And you really need to commit to it. If you're like, I'll try, then I'm gonna be blunt with you right now and say no. That means that you don't want this goal enough, and you should acknowledge that. If it's important to you and you really want it, then make a promise to yourself that you're gonna go 100% for it. And that doesn't mean you spend every waking hour on that goal or that you won't doubt yourself along the way, but it means that you're serious about taking the next steps and that you'll pick yourself back up every time you fall down and keep marching forward. I recommend writing down your goal and your main reason for working towards it on a piece of paper that you look at every day. And then share your goal and that reason with 2 people in your life and ask them to hold you accountable. Taking those 2 steps will really cement your drive and your commitment to this goal. Oh, and hey, Master Yoda, do you have anything to say about this topic?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And you can decide and commit to improving yourself every day by subscribing to my channel so you don't miss my other videos about self-improvement. And I heard that people who hit the bell to get notifications of when my videos go live are the most decisive and committed people in existence. Also, I have a Discord server where you can meet other people interested in living their best lives and achieving their dreams. The first 1,000 people who join using the link in the description below will be given the special role of champion, which will give you exclusive access to perks like a private channel to chat with other champions and myself. But anyways, let's jump into the next step for achieving success on anything. Step 4, take massive action. You need to create a plan that lists out everything you need to do to achieve your goal. And to help you create that plan, first, find a proven model for success. And thankfully, this is actually really easy. For the thing that you want to succeed on, think about who your biggest competitor or role model is and get well versed in everything that they do. So if you want to write a book, find the most successful author in your space and read their books. Or if you want to start a business, find someone who's already created a successful business and who explains how they got there. Then make a plan outlining the next steps that you need to take based on what you learned from your best role model. Your plan doesn't have to be perfect, but just keep writing out everything that you think you need to do. And for really complex tasks, break them up until they're very small and achievable. So for example, if you want to become a video game designer, your first small task could be just to watch a YouTube video about that job. And finally, after you create your massive action plan, do one action immediately. This will help get the ball rolling and will prove to yourself that if you can do this one step now, then you can do step 2 tomorrow, and so on and so forth. And before you know it, you'll be almost a quarter done with your plan. Step 5, be smart. And SMART stands for strategy, measure, assess, reinforce, and take new action. Once you've made progress on your massive action plan, remember this acronym to keep you on track for success. Let's go through each part. Strategy. Your strategy is your massive action plan that you developed by analyzing the most successful players in your space. You should review your plan and overall strategy from time to time and change them as needed. Measure. The best way to know if you're improving is to measure your progress. Like if your goal is to lose or gain weight, but you never weigh yourself on a scale, it's gonna be pretty hard to tell how you're doing. So for your goal, figure out what you need to measure to determine if you're on the right path. For a book, that could be writing 10 pages each week. For a social media account, that could be gaining 1,000 views or subscribers each month. But you can also measure other things like sales from your business, clicks on your articles, or trainings that you're taking in order to prepare yourself for a promotion. Assess. You need to assess whether this goal is giving you the emotional reward that you want. And this is huge. Don't waste your precious time and energy working towards a goal that no longer serves your life purpose. So check in on how you're feeling every now and then, and it's totally okay to pivot or change your goal entirely. Even if you decide to quit and work towards a new goal, it's still incredibly valuable to learn what you didn't enjoy about that first goal so you can make sure the next one's gonna be even more satisfying. Reinforce. Next, you need to reinforce the things that are working. After you take measurements for a few weeks or months, analyze that data to figure out which parts of your plan are working the best. And then double down on those things. Do you have one product that's selling a lot? Or maybe it's one video that has a ton of views? Think about why people like that thing and do more of it. Or if you're seeing gains at the gym, then make sure you're increasing the reps, sets, or weight for the exercises that are working best for you. And finally, take new action. For example, if Apple stopped making new iPhones, in just a few years, they would become totally irrelevant in the phone space. The lesson here is that if you are stagnant, realize that you aren't moving closer to your goal. Instead, keep planning actions and innovating. But look, I am very anti-burnout culture. So while I think it's really important for you to continue working towards your goal, you should definitely take breaks whenever you need them and learn to build a sustainable action plan that really just fits into your life. So now you know how to succeed at anything by 1, getting into a peak state, 2, finding your passion, 3, deciding and committing, 4, taking massive action, and 5, being smart. But let's go through an example together where we run through each of these steps so you can see what it looks like. Let's say your goal is to lose weight. Start by getting in the right mindset, acknowledging that you have the power to create the change that you want to see. Then answer the questions in the description below and figure out what about losing weight makes you passionate or excited. Maybe it's feeling great about your body or picking up a new sport that you love. Next, decide and commit by writing down your goal and your main reason for working towards it on a piece of paper, and then message 2 people to hold you accountable, and this could be friends or family. Fourth, write down every step you need to take. For example, these are just a few. Buy clothes that you feel comfortable exercising in. Get access to a gym if you need that. Calculate your maintenance calories. These are the calories that your body burns just naturally. And then determine how many calories you need to eat each day based on that. Prepare meals around those calorie goals. And then set time aside on your calendar for exercise. Finally, buy a scale so you can measure your progress. After a month or two, assess how your plan is doing and adjust it if it's needed. Keep doing the exercises or eating the meals that work best for you. And then push yourself to exercise even more or eat even healthier gradually over time. And that's it. And congrats, by watching this video, you've directly improved your life across 3 important categories. Your productivity, because these steps will help you make progress on your goals. Your mental health, because by achieving these goals, you'll feel happier and more fulfilled. And your career, because I know many of you will use these steps to achieve your career goals as well. So let's see how much experience you gained for each. Whoa, you chose to watch the right video, my friend. Remember, whether you know it or not, you are extraordinarily unique. You are profoundly loved, and you're capable of shaking the very foundations of this world with your greatness. I'm John, you've just leveled up, and I'll see you in the next one.